Hey, before you think this is just another TV pitch, let me tell you what happened the very first time I sat down with the Samsung 55" OLED S90F. I hit play on something I'd seen a dozen times, and halfway through the first scene I realized I'd never actually seen it before. Everything suddenly looked real instead of just good enough. This is for the kind of person who notices when edges look soft, when motion stutters in fast scenes, when colors feel washed out, or when dark moments just look muddy. You're done with screens that pretend to be premium but never quite deliver. You know what crisp, cinematic picture feels like, and you're ready to actually experience it. Before you go any deeper, check the current price and stock. Premium molds like this don't hang around in predictable ranges for long. You knew it was time to upgrade when your old TV made you squint at details or adjust settings constantly, when every superhero punch looked blurred, or when night scenes just felt gray instead of dramatic. I remember rewinding a chase scene again and again, thinking it shouldn't look like this. That's the tipping point. You've outgrown compromise, and you start craving picture that feels intentional. The first time the S90F kicked in, everything shifted. Blacks went truly black instead of soft gray. Colors had depth that didn't feel exaggerated, more authentic. Motion stayed fluid even in fast sports and gaming scenes, so nothing felt smeared or disconnected. With the motion accelerator hitting up to 144 Hz, the difference wasn't subtle, it was immediate. And with Dolby-level HDR and Samsung Vision AI working behind the scenes, every frame looked purposeful, not processed. I used this TV in real life, movie marathons where highlights didn't clip and shadows weren't mushy, gaming sessions where every movement felt sharper and more responsive, everyday shows where dialogue scenes just looked correct without calibration wrestling, and mixed content where non-4K stuff upscaled like it actually belonged there. Even casual YouTube clips looked more refined instead of just HD. It's not about chasing numbers on paper, it's the feeling when you press play. Once you've seen deep contrast next to vibrant color without noise, anything weaker starts to feel like you're seeing reality through fog instead of with clarity. So here's that nudge you really need: don't sit around waiting for the perfect moment. Stock shifts, prices climb quietly, and before you know it, the build or panel you wanted is gone. Hesitation quickly turns into that quiet regret you think about every time your old screen feels outdated. You might think a 55" screen is just medium size. That doubt fades the moment you sit down. This size hits the sweet spot where immersion doesn't overwhelm your space, it enhances it. One surprise benefit that hits later? Once your panel actually gets contrast and motion right, even low-quality content suddenly feels less painful to watch, and that's something people don't talk about until they've lived it. Owning this feels like clarity finally catching up to your expectations. Every frame looks intentional, not soft. Motion feels smooth, not smeared. Color feels rich, not washed out. Daily viewing feels premium, not average. If I'm honest, premium molds always come with a premium price. And powerful processors require thoughtful room lighting. But at some point, you stop comparing specs and just pick the screen you've already wanted, because every time you consider something weaker, you come back to the same feeling: yes, that's real picture quality. Don't let this be the upgrade you delay and later wish you had made sooner. If you're ready for visuals that finally match how you remember entertainment looking, check the Samsung OLED S90F now and step into the experience your living room has been missing.